Hello, everyone. I'm Samantha of Senses of the Soul, and this is my May 2022 Ascension Energies update. So this month's theme is Sacred Union Resonance, and we're going into eclipse season. So we have got a big eclipse here coming up at the end of the month, April 30th. It's a partial solar eclipse, and then we move into a total lunar eclipse in Scorpio in the middle of May, so May 15th, 16th. And eclipses are always destiny changers, and it can feel a little topsy-turvy. And this one's going to feel a little more topsy-turvy, even more so because we will also have Mercury retrograde starting as well. So we are going to feel a little discombobulated. I think that's the best word I can use. You may already be feeling it. Everything is feeling kind of disjointed and not connected. And there's a very interesting process that's going on right now, which is a difficult one to explain, but I'm going to do my best to explain it. And it is sacred union coming online into the collective consciousness, which we've never had before. So the divine feminine and the divine masculine in a dance together within ourselves, which is really going to change the landscape for us as we move forward in our relationships as well. So it's like an infusion that we're going through, like an infusion and a transformation. And I speak about this more in my written blog. So you can go to my website at sensesofthesoul.ca and take a look at that. But essentially, we're going to be embodying love in action. We're bringing in the two parts of ourselves and becoming something very different than we ever have before, and taking love, power, wisdom, all of it coming together, the spiritual self with the earthly self coming together, the right and left brain coming together, our masculine and feminine working together. So again, you'll be seeing a lot of different changes within your body as we embody this. And there will be a lot of energy moving. So you'll feel probably very fatigued, as I'm sure you already do anyway, but there is a lot still moving and clearing in us very quickly. We've had lots of solar flares through April, which will continue into May. We're in a very high solar cycle until 2025. And so this is causing us to go through incredible changes in our overall matrix within the DNA within ourselves all over. Everything's shifting, including our throat chakra, all the way down through here to the second chakra. And what I'm seeing in a lot of people right now is adrenal fatigue, and adrenals not grounded. So there's quite a bit that's shifting, and people are releasing a lot of fear, moving more into, again, feeling okay with who they are. All of us are coming into this place of wanting to just love ourselves for who we are. You know, there needs to be nothing else attached to that. And we're learning more and more to embrace who we are, and again, to not worry about what others think, and to not feel like we have to sing for our supper anymore. So that's a lot of what's happening. So more and more of this is going to come online, this sense of wholeness, as we get through to that incredible gateway in the middle of May, and the template together of that sense of sacred union comes together within us. So what does that mean, and how does that feel? So part of it would be is, look, you're still going to struggle with your head, but you should be feeling more and more like your heart is leading, okay? Because in this new paradigm, the heart is going to lead and the head follows. So more and more that will happen this month. You'll still feel maybe some struggles around that. You might find it hard to turn your brain off. That's going to be part of what happens this month. But again, try to stay in the positive thoughts, keep your vibe high, very important as we continue forward. As we're going to continue to see the wounded masculine implode in the world, we'll continue to see more things being revealed in the world that you'll go, yeah, it doesn't surprise me, but okay. You know, again, we're seeing more of that being aired. So keep your vibe high though, and stay out of any of the negativity, the negative thoughts. The world is shifting just as it should. And everything that's being aired is exactly, you know, what we knew was already there anyway. So for those of us that are more conscious. So please keep your thoughts very positive. Okay, that's one thing. Watch your mind. That's sort of the masculine. You'll be struggling with that this month. And then with the feminine, there's more deeper emotional awareness that's coming online. So we can connect more to each other, more to everything around us, to all that is. So again, there'll be more of that sort of deeper connection, feeling things more of that awareness. So that'll expand and intensify this month again. So you may feel lost. You may feel you're kind of lost as that ego dissolves and the heart comes more online, along with that divine feminine and that emotional awareness. So you may find that, yeah, things are a little intense emotionally, and just kind of slow down and breathe and learn to move with it, because life is going to feel like there's more emotional intensity. Things will feel a little more overwhelming, and they should, because we're getting more and more connected to that part of us and living through the heart. So that piece of it. Okay. So you may, with all of this going on, need to dig in a little bit more persistence, more courage, more resilience. So that's a big piece that will come on this month, that will be needing our attention and intention in order to keep moving forward in our life towards whatever it is you're envisioning for yourself. Because a lot of us are new beginnings. We're starting, a new level of service that we're moving into, and it's still getting anchored into us, this new sense of who we are and how we're growing. So again, just keep moving forward step by step as you go through, no matter what obstacles come up. All of this is for a reason. Again, just keep that mind and heart open and keep dancing with everything that's happening in your life and moving forward. Okay. One of the other things I've mentioned in my Ascension Energies update is to really look at what you're longing for. What deeper connection are you looking for? And is it an experience that you need? Is it a new relationship? Is it deepening an existing relationship? Are you wanting to have a deeper connection with your body? Whatever it is, there's a longing there. That take notice of that. That is what we're moving into in terms of another level of this idea of sacred union and being connected to ourselves on a deeper level through our experiences, through what you're connecting to outside of you. Okay, more and more we're realizing the inside and the outside are exactly the same. And so that everything that we are experiencing on the outside is exactly what's being reflected from the inside. So take a look at where those longings are. And as you do, you'll know where it is you need to do your growing, where you're being asked to deepen your healing. All right. And are you taking the risk to do this? So is the courage there for you, or are you trying to hide and avoid what is coming up that you need to deal with? So take a look at that, because this level of growth, we're going to pop up right to that next level as we move through this month. And you can't avoid it. So take a look at what it is that you need to be working on, healing, wherever it is, with whoever it is, and whatever experience that is. So take a look at all of that, okay? Because that's going to come up as we attune more and more to this sense of wholeness this month. And as we move into that sense of wholeness and sacred union, then we move on to the next level of our growth, right? That's what we're here to do. That's what we're going to be doing. And the ascension process is going to continue that for us as we move through bit by bit by bit. So again, you'll feel like you're in a very strange kind of sense of yourself right now. It's kind of an in-between. You haven't quite landed where you need to. And yeah, so just take your time with yourself, really be gentle with yourself, but at the same time, know that you need to continue to move forward and to grow. So challenge yourself, take a look at where that's coming in for you, because you're breaking a lot of old limitations. You're breaking out a lot of stuff around who you were or from your childhood, right? So you'll see some stuff coming up that still may be poking at you. So continue to take a look at that and decide where it is that you need to challenge any limiting beliefs about yourself and break through that and move to the other side as this sense of sacred union continues to come on more and more for you. Okay, so that's this attunement. I said we're like a tuning fork. So you'll know if things attune with you or not as you go forward, or relationships or people or experiences. And if it doesn't, then you know what, then level up and just keep moving forward and keep asking the universe to bring in that which will attune to where your next level of growth is. And you'll see very quickly whatever that is, whatever experiences those are, people, etc., situations. And you know what, again, this is coming, so you can try to avoid it all you want, but it is coming. So better, I always say it's better to be the hunter, not the hunted. So I would rather be fully engaged in the process and meeting it, right, face to face. So as this sense of sacred union comes in, and it's kind of an intangible, but you'll feel it. You're feeling more yourself than ever, more comfortable in who you are. That is being within yourself, returning to the beloved, returning to that beloved within. So that is what we are working on and moving through and healing into this month. And the archetype that we're working with this month is the lover. So again, returning to that beloved within. What you will be doing is, working to call forth unconditional love and compassion in your heart and move into that sense of who you are as that love in action. Okay. And so I have the lover essence that I'm recommending this month for my products to support you on that level. I am also recommending my silver star essence. So that's one that supports you to be the light that you are, manifesting your clarity and your brilliance, right? Bringing in more wisdom, joy, and focus as we move forward. So the silver star essence, I'm recommending that silver star in your vibrational field. That's the 11th chakra in your vibrational field. It's one of the higher chakras that comes in when we are in a higher state of consciousness and brings in higher states of being aware, which is what we're moving into more and more as we go through this process. I'm also recommending my Sacred Union tea and my Sacred Union spray to support you to return to the beloved within, to balance out that masculine and feminine within you, to balance out your innermost self. Okay, this is what we have been working for through the whole ascension process, is bringing in this sense of sacred union, returning to the beloved within, returning to who we are as a whole being, no more separation, connecting to everything and drawing in our experience and law of attraction, right, through that and what we bring into our life. So again, keep your vibe high, because more and more you're becoming like a tuning fork that attracts things, okay? And then release what you don't want in your life anymore. Continue to do that. And then I also, my love spray is another one that you can use this month to give you emotional courage to keep going. All right, because this is a big emotional process for us. Lots clearing rapidly, lots coming up in our dream time. We're clearing quite a bit through there. It is exhausting. Don't be hard on yourself. This takes a lot of energy to shift into this sense of being love in action, in being in this age of Aquarius and fully embracing what that means to be human during this time. It's a very different level of expression of ourselves that requires a lot of energy to get there. So remember that on those days you're frustrated because there is a lot going on. So with symptoms, you'll have a real sort of perhaps loss of sense of time, feeling, less separation with all that is. So kind of like a bleeding into everything. It's going to be harder to hold your boundaries in a way. More fatigue, as I said. There may still be lung and sinus congestion, sort of muddled brain, not always able to think clearly on those days. The brain is shifting and those neural pathways are rewiring differently. Vivid dreaming, as I mentioned. Thyroid issues, and seeing more thyroid issues coming up in people. Continued release of grief and hurt through the heart. And lots going on in the shoulder blades, still things going on in the digestion. You may be feeling a little bit meh right now, not a lot of passion or connection. And it's because, again, your sense of what awareness is changing. And what we felt or thought we should be connected to as a sense of connection is changing. And you may find that, yeah, even with relationships, you're feeling a little bit about them. So see how things, feel for you as you go along. It's a very different feeling as we move into this level of sacred union, okay? And please watch your body, because a lot of what's happening as we go through May, again, relates to the heart to the nervous system, through the veins, blood pressure. There's a lot going on there. Small intestine, so quite a bit. We're in the fire cycle right now, so a lot of these areas of our body are getting affected. Okay, so look after your health more than anything, and as we go through these. So there is, as I mentioned, the eclipse in the middle of the month. We've got a May 5th gateway as well, where we're kind of going through another rebirth. And we have a meteor shower this month that gives us more illumination, as always, which is what meteor showers bring in. And then, as I mentioned, we've got the May 15th, 16th, full moon in Scorpio, total lunar eclipse. And then we have the new moon at the end of the month, so which is a new cycle. So we've got lots going on here, as well as I mentioned, Mercury retrograde. So it's going to feel like a very emotional, heavy kind of month as we move more into this sense of sacred union. It'll be different for everybody, but understand that this is what we're going through, and that we will come out the other side of this in June and moving on to our next level of service and upgrading and growth. So you'll see how things are continuing to kind of line up in your life, and who's going to come in and how that's all going to seed itself for you in order to have your next level of growth through the next about 12 months. So again, different for everybody, but we're all going through the process. Okay, so that is that's May, and I wish you again so much healing this month. And please, you know, be kind to one another. We're all going through a lot, and everyone's kind of stumbling around a little bit. And take care of your body. As I said, it's so needed right now. Okay, take care. Big love to you, and I will see you in June.